and welcome to beautiful Newport Beach. I'm Chris, and I'm here to share with you some guidelines and tips on how to get you started on your first V1 adventure. This is for the adventurer who's trying to take that first step or first stroke in outrigger canoe paddling. The Tahitian V1 has a long history of tradition, and now it's met with modern technology to make some of the fastest watercraft in the world. By now you've probably noticed that outrigger paddle sports has become a worldwide sensation. Let me give you a few tips and guidelines to get you out on the water. Before we get started, check out our safety video on safe practices and guidelines, just to be sure you're caught up to date, get you out on the water and get you back safely. Remember, know before you go. So let's take a few minutes to get to know our Tahitian V1 canoe. I'll describe some of the parts and their functions so that you know what I'm referring to when we start getting out on our lesson. So first we have the hull here. This is the main cockpit area where you sit, and this hull is like a shell. It's designed very sleek, very narrow on the front and back to get you the maximum speed you can get on the water. The cockpit area here is pretty big. You have plenty of space for your legs, comfort, and you also have enough room to bring water or food if you go on a long run. Next, we have the outrigger assembly. It's also known as the ama. The outrigger is where we get our name, the outrigger canoe. It's for balancing, it's for stability, and if you learn how to use it right, you can even get a little bit more speed. The ama is connected to your main hull by these yakus. And these yakus are, if you notice, they're snap-in yakus, and they're very easy to adjust and very quick to adjust. That being said, by adjusting the ama, you want to have your rig so that you're feeling stable and secure on the water. Notice that the outrigger is on the port side or the left side. So when you're in your canoe, you want to be leaning a little bit to the left or at least straight up. If you lean to the right, you're probably going to go over. And if it's a hot day, that might not be too bad. Lastly, the main characteristic of this canoe is probably the fact that it doesn't have a rudder or a steering mechanism, which in a sense is part of the tradition of this canoe. So you actually have to guide yourself with your paddle and with your stroke. That feature is one of the best characteristics of this canoe. You have to know your conditions, you have to be able to feel the water and feel the glide. Hopefully this was helpful. We know you will enjoy outrigger paddling as much as we do. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos from ARE Outrigger World.